Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is Krista here to do the weekly reading for the sign of Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Libra, you can always check out your Moon and Rising sign readings in addition to your Sun sign reading today if you want more clarity for the week or if this isn't resonating with you as strongly as it normally does. So this is for Libra for the week of September 12th to the 19th. I'm using the Medicine Card Tarot for your main spread today, and then as always drawing additional message cards from the Healing with the Angels Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle Tarot. So this is a general reading, Libra. Whatever is most prominent in your life, I encourage you to take these messages and apply them to, and hopefully you find them helpful and healing. So what does Libra need to know? Wow, Libra. Okay, so just right off the bat here, I'm just seeing a lot of source energy here. Okay, so I'm just getting a little snapshot of what's going on with all of these cards together. You'll have to forgive the lighting. I'm actually recording later than I normally do. So I hope, yeah, you'll be able to see them when I hold them up to the camera. I do try to do them in the daytime, so forgive me for the really weird lighting. Sorry. Okay. Okay, back to the general energy here. So I'm seeing a lot of source energy here. First of all, we have two cards that I would immediately associate with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And of course, we're looking at source energy. We're looking at overflowing of abundance, of prosperity, of, love and appreciation, and even the grace of God, or whatever God means to you this week. There's also elements of the hidden. It could be the occult itself. It could be the occult esoteric arts, the pagan art. It could strictly be creative source. You're in tune with something that you don't want to put a label on, and you don't have to. But it is providing you with a great deal of information that you can't find anywhere else, or that you find enormously profound this week. So particularly if this is an emotional, psychological, or spiritual theme for you this week, there's going to be a great deal of development and appreciation around source energy and around grace, right? Around like God or source appreciation. And ultimately, there's going to be a sense of what you're willing to get rid of. I think just having these here is going to make you feel possibly so light and even free, that you're free from some chain or some bind here. And that's going to ultimately give you a sense of having everything you need. And if you have everything you need, you can give away this excess, whatever isn't working for you anymore, whether that's physical, emotional, or psychological. You're becoming aware of what you can do without, because you're so full and prosperous. So that's what I'm generally seeing going on here with all four cards together. One by one, we have the eagle in the position that represents you this week. Oh, this lighting. I am so sorry. my schedule changed, so I'm reading at night. So this is actually spirit. This card's keyword is spirit. I'm just sort of laughing at my layout now. This is, like I said, if I were to take 2 out of this whole deck and apply them directly to Ace of Cups, and Ace of Cups, I mean, it can be read in a variety of ways, like an overflowing of emotion and stuff, but I've always read it as absolute source energy. This is the grace of God. This is actually sort of like divine intervention even. So you might even be feeling divinely inspired this week, or, you know, you feel more confident about moving forward this week with something because you feel like you have spirit behind you, or your connection to spirit is going to give you that leverage somehow, or that confidence somehow. So yeah, not only by the grace of God here, but actual spirit. So this is also a sense of knowing something that the majority of people around you probably don't know, or if they do, they don't understand it very well. So you could be in a position here to have a phenomenal amount of not only information, but experiential information. We're looking at gnosis here. Of course, gnosis is just knowledge that comes through experience. But it's ultimately guided. You are guided in a certain way, and you have to take that risk. So all these things in conjunction, you know, knowing where you need to go, feeling guided and supported, taking a risk, lead you to this type of place, lead you to this sense of spirit. Now you're connected. Now you're not afraid of anything. Now you know how to apply something to not only yours, but everyone's greatest benefit here. So yeah, with spirit being your number 1 card in your central position, you are on, I was gonna say you're on fire, but that sounds negative. You're just, no one can mess with you, okay? This week, no one, and not that people should be doing that, but maybe you've been tired around certain people, or you don't want to offer up explanation around other people. This is you just putting your foot down and saying, this is how it is, and I know this to be true. And it's almost like people are going to say, oh my God, yeah, I can tell by the way you're saying it that it's true. So this is what's going on here. I don't see you having to prove a whole lot here. Just being in source, just feeling sort of divinely inspired here, a great deal of inspiration. There could even be some creative energy here, or creative outlet, if that's what's going on as well. If you've been looking for influence or a spark or a flame of creative energy here, this could be the week for you, where you're just, you know, this aha moment for you. In the influence to the current position for you is secrets. And this is where, again, I'm looking sort of at occult or esoteric knowledge, certainly a gnosis, right? This understanding that comes only through experience. And again, it's something that no one can take from you. I mean, you can read books about a certain topic all your life and never truly understand it until you experience it. And this is why people's stories are so important. And your story here is that this could be the secret for you. Not that you're withholding secrets or even getting in touch with them, but it could be like the secret is that you yourself know how intense this is and how powerful you're becoming, and being able to apply this knowledge. Or like I said, you can say something and no one's going to second guess you, because they can tell by the way that you're posturing, by the way that you express yourself, that you know. Right? Like there's no questioning out, you just know it. And woe be to anyone who tries to question your type of gnosis or knowledge this week, because these are deeply held secrets. If these are on a personal level, they will enhance your life personally here. If it's about the pagan or occult arts here, it's still going to influence your life in a very positive way, but ultimately, beyond the personal, it'll turn into the way that you work, the way that you go about the world in general. It'll touch your relationships. If this is internal, however, this will be the way that you present yourself, not really necessarily how you're being perceived, but how you're presenting yourself. And you'll feel like, oh, I've got the secret, or I'm privy to these secrets, or you know something someone else doesn't hear. This card is actually quite fascinating, and I really hope you can see his eyes. So this is a painting of the lynx who looks like he's looking slightly past you, but if you look deeply in his eyes, he's kind of looking through you. This is a really good summary of what's going on here with the secrets card. Let's say you don't have personal secrets. Let's say you're not picking up on anything new that's sort of secret knowledge here. Maybe someone's actually trying to put one over on you for whatever reason, God forbid, and you're just like, oh, honey, like, spare yourself. You don't want to put yourself in that position. That could be what's going on here as well, Libra. You're probably just like, especially, again, with Spirit and Swan, you're like, I can see through you. Don't try to be shady. And that could very well just be, in essence, what's going on this week. You're just like, oh, I don't have time for that. I'm above all this. Your ego this week, right? Like, you're above all this. You're closer to Spirit than you've ever been. General energy here is by the grace of God. So yeah, you've definitely figured something out. You don't have time for garbage here. And this could be speaking very well, of course, to the outcome card. Come on, candle. Being giveaway. Here's where we're talking about giving away something that is no longer of service to you, but it could be to someone else. If it's an actual physical thing here, you could be giving away something that you've grown out of, or you don't even like anymore, or that you actually know someone else would like more than you, and you're just going to give it away simply because of that. So a great deal of like expression and giving and joy in doing it. Like, you're not denying yourself anything here. I think you might just be over something or beyond something and really happy to give it away. Barring the physical giveaway, emotional, spiritual, psychological giveaways could be just literally getting rid of belief systems, ideologies, or habits that don't work for you anymore. Because like I said, I mean, you're very, like, you're above something here. I think you've just grown past something or out of something here, and you're like, yeah, I'm ready to get rid of this bad habit or this notion, or even a relationship, if that's what's going on. So just know that you have, follow your intuition and follow your highest guides this week. Don't get pulled down in anything petty this week, Libra, if possible. With the Swan being in the general energy for the week, this is the grace of God. This is, again, I would read both of these as Ace of Cups. Just having everything you need, being emotionally fulfilled, being emotionally fulfilling. You're not looking for anything outside yourself. Like, if I haven't already said, I do want to pay a little bit of attention to this sense of validation. If at all you've been experiencing, needing or requiring, or even it's been, validation has been sort of given to you, you don't need that anymore. Okay, that's something that you can do without as well. You're very capable of providing this for yourself. And you're probably better off, right? I just want that tiny little candle to come back. Oh, I'll have to read earlier in the day next week, Libra. Thanks for sticking with me. Two of the further outcome cards are just beautiful. So Archangel Michael, I'm actually taking a huge liking to this guy. He comes through. And speaking of experience, this is true for me. So if you have any requests this week, please invite Archangel Michael to look out for you, and be very specific in what you're asking here, and then just put it in his hands. Don't worry about it. Don't fret. Just recall what that you've asked for his help maybe a couple times a day, but you don't have to go over the question. You don't have to worry. Just, be really clear about what the concern or the request is, and then just think about him throughout the day. Just so, like, Archangel Michael, I really appreciate you, fixing this, or solving this, or coming through for me with this. And yeah, please tell me how this works out if you follow through with calling upon Archangel Michael, because I'm actually a little astounded at how phenomenal, what kind of help he gives. It's phenomenal. And yes, several years ago, I wouldn't say boo over angels. I didn't even really believe in them. So it's all through my own experiences here that I'm well aware that this is very, very real. So Archangel Michael, reach out to him if you have any concerns or you need help with anything. And this gorgeous little romance card. This could be the love of your life this week, sort of entering. This could be a new phase in a romantic relationship. You could even just be taking care of yourself in a loving and pleasurable and sensual way. Romance can be between you and yourself. You don't have to be expressing it sexually with someone else. If you are, that's fantastic. But if that's not coming into your life this week, remember to apply it to yourself. Make yourself feel romantic. Fill your life with candles and beautiful scents. And, you know, anything that feels sensual to you. Take time for yourself. Be really kind to yourself and really gentle, because it will expand. That romance will expand, even if it doesn't draw in a lover. If you don't already have one, it'll rub off on other people, and it's a beautiful feeling to share with other people, this sense of sensuality and romance and pleasure of all kinds. With the co-create here, I mean, this could work in tandem here with the romance. Maybe a creative project that you're working on with someone else is turning romantic. Barring that, you are looking at co-creative projects here, either in your personal life or in development for group projects, or of course on the job. But the co-creativity with regard to this spread and not just the card, I'm going to suggest your co-creator here very strongly, and I'd be fooling myself if I didn't say this, is probably Source. So really pay attention to that, you know, that gnawing feeling at you, or your intuition is the simplest way to put it, because you're really connected with Source this week. Not only do we have the owl here, but we have the egg. I mean, this is one of the oldest fertility symbols, and of course the cheetah. So we have lynx and cheetah, so two really fast and fascinating, beautiful animals. And then we have a wire. Something could be hanging in the balance this week. Maybe you're just making your mind up about something or which way to run with this experience or with this development here. But ultimately, just a really beautiful, I would say very loving and very spiritual week for you. If you're feeling that, just, you know, own it, because it's available to you. Whether you've been reaching for this for long or you've just been open to it, both of those things need to occur in tandem for you to actually experience it. So something really wonderful, at least one wonderful event this week for you. No one can get anything by you. I mean, good luck to them. The grace of God, seriously, for you here. And then with giveaway, you're just ready to shed a skin of some sort. You're ready to let go of something that isn't working for you. And like I said, it could be something that someone else actually wants so bad, and you give it freely. So something is given away freely here for you, Archangel Michael. Of course, ask for help there. Feeling sensual, feeling beautiful. The romantic part of life, don't ignore that part of yourself this week, or others, the way that you, you know, create energy around other people. And of course, this co-creative energy, which again, I'm going to call Source here. So stay high, Libra, as your eagle self this week. Don't get low. Don't let anyone bring you down. And if you have a second, please let me know how this works out for you. I'm genuinely curious. And of course, if you're not subscribed, you can do that today. And then you can check out your weekly reading videos by hitting the notification bell, and then you can be notified of when they go live every Tuesday. So I really appreciate you sticking around, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.